Good morning. It's time to wake up, Nigeria.
You know, when it's 7 a.m., you know we'll be coming to you live on TVC Entertainment. I'm Yomi Owokwe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Remember, we're streaming live, tvcontinental.tv, and on Facebook. Look us up right now on TVC Connect. Your comments need that hashtag though. Wake up Nigeria.
All right, so today we have an amazing show for you, and I'm sure that you don't want to miss any bit of it.
That's right. For breakfast this morning, we're going to be eating her alive. Okay, I mean her food. We're going to be with Tolu from Tolu Food and Lifestyle.
Hi, good morning.
On a Tuesday.
Hi,
Tolu.
Good morning.
Looking good.
Thank you.
So on the show today, we will be taking a look at how Nigerians are taking in the news that the recession is over. It's good news. So
Yes,
of course we expect that.
Glory to God.
Yeah, so we're going to be asking questions this morning. And then there's news that we'll be bringing you, of course, up to date with the world of entertainment later on.
That's not all. Valuable information about oral health will be coming your way on the show today. Singer and songwriter Simi will be joining us for a chat as well. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yes, I am.
I go shoot my shot, yo, Joro. So, Joro, baby, take my number. Take my number. You know you can call me later. Call me later.
And if you ever had any question in your mind about waist trainers, we might just have some answers for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely
So,
we'll be having answers.
yes, indeed. Now, I have to ask Mary, of course, first. Have you ever used a waist trainer?
No, I haven't.
Seriously?
Never,
So
ever.
Mary's a perfect size 10.
I hear
beg,
about it,
Joe.
but I've never used it.
Seriously?
That's the truth. I just never have.
But you know people that use it though.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I do. I actually know someone who uses it every day. She can't imagine stepping out of the house without it.
Yeah.
And guess what? There are men who use it too.
Wow.
Yes,
there
there
are.
are.
Now
There are
that
men who use it.
is shocking. I've never seen a man use it.
Seriously?
I had a
never
boss
seen,
that
you would
used
never
it
know.
a whole
Yeah,
lot.
you
Wow.
probably know. Yeah.
Because the one I've seen is the one that, chest and all of that, guys look muscle.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff like that. But I've never seen a waist trainer for a guy.
Okay, so on an average, a guy that really looks well cut in his suit, but looks like he could have a bare belly, he probably is wearing one. You just never know.
So those trainers, what I think it also, for me, I think I'm a big fan of anything that makes you feel confident.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
if
good.
it makes you feel confident, if it makes you identify with the right audience,
Yeah.
then by all means.
Comfort is very important. It's something people don't put enough emphasis on. You need
Okay.
to be comfortable. And that's why, you remember we were talking earlier, just before the cameras rolled back. There are some people who actually buy waist trainers that are smaller.
Yeah.
And
that's-
so it
that's
causes
really
a lot
bad.
of health complications.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't need
By
that.
the way, for me, this morning, there was a slight rain. I did some laundry 2 days ago, and it's still there 2 days now. The rain, it's about to get dry, and then the rain comes, and then like chill. 2 days now, it's just been outside. I don't know what's up with these rains. I mean, just back to back.
Mike, with all the money you make, you should just get a dry cleaner. I don't understand.
Seriously.
With all
I
the
don't
money
understand.
I make,
Really crazy, really.
Mike
But-
is planning for his future family. We're the ones talking to him about
all
it
the money. Wait,
yesterday.
what am I supposed to do with all the money? A dryer or something?
Yes.
I think you need to
When
get a
you-
girlfriend, Mike.
How do
What is
you
the job
know
of
I-
a
Someone to
girlfriend?
be monitoring all these
Yeah, we
things
should
for
hook
you.
Mike up.
Money.
No shade.
How do you know I'm not
Mike, you
hooked
can
up
do
yet?
it yourself.
Don't
Don't
depend
depend
on
on
You
anybody.
wouldn't be talking about
Me.
laundry
That's the way
right
to
now.
go. You know.
Seriously.
But I'm looking at all of it. The August break has just ended for the rains and all that, so
Yeah.
we're expecting more rains.
All right, so thanks, guys. So we really should get the show moving already. And IK, of course, is on standby to take the news.
Thank you. Our operatives of the Tinkan Island Command of the Nigeria Customs Service have smashed a syndicate that specializes in smuggling weapons into the country. This was after discovering 1,100 pump-action rifles loaded in a 20-foot container The weapons discovered to have been brought from Turkey were concealed inside a container, and the bill of lading indicated it was conveying wash-hand basins. Briefing newsmen on the seizure, Comptroller General of Customs Colonel Ahmed Ali disclosed that customs officer is suspected to have cut the seal of the container without following due process, as well as a clerk at the command have been arrested in connection with the discovery. Now, there have been claims and counterclaims as to what transpired on Sunday in Afaruku, Umuahia, that's in Abia State. The self-acclaimed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, claims that the army shot at his supporters and invaded his community. He showed the media bullet holes and pallies and stressed that his people are peace-loving. But the Nigerian army says that there is no truth in reports that troops invaded the residence of Nnamdi Kanu and nobody was killed. Assistant Army spokesman Major Oyegoke Badamosi said troops only fired warning shots in the air in order to disperse hoodlums who threw stones and broken bottles against them during the procession. Commissioner of Police Leye Oyebade also corroborated the army's position that nobody died. In other stories, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has dismissed an application filed by the representative of the Kogi West Senatorial constituency, that's Dino Melaye, seeking to nullify his recall. The court said, contrary to Melaye's arguments that he was not granted fair hearing, the Constitution does not in any way require special provision that mandates INEC to grant the senator an opportunity for fair hearing. The court then ruled that INEC provide him with a recall petition, schedule of signatures attached to the petitions, and a full list of persons in support of the recall process within 2 weeks before an amended timetable for the recall would be made. The senator had approached the court ahead of his recall exercise, earlier scheduled to begin in July. Now, residents of Mushin area of Lagos may soon be in for a new life devoid of violence, as the Commissioner of Police in charge of Lagos Command says he is ready at the moment to tackle cultism in the area. Edgar Imohimi, that's the Commissioner in Lagos, gave the assurance when he visited Area D Command with his team and insists that the best way to solve security challenges across the state is by partnering with citizens. Now, members of non-academic staff unions in the federal universities have begun an industrial action over the insensitivity of government to their plight. The unions that are on strike at the moment are the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria University, the Non-Academic Staff Union, and the National Association of Academic Technologists. The unions are the Federal University of Technology, Akure, joined the strike after an emergency meeting. Some of their demands include reinstatement of sacked staff school teachers, shortfall in salary payment, and non-payment of earned allowances. Well, that's the news update. Of course, next would be today's weather forecasts to help you, of course, plan the rest of your day. And after then, the crew will be back.
Now time for the sports update, and Super Mike is right here.
Yep.
He is looking super today.
I mean, big
Looking
shout
nice and
out.
sharp.
Big shout out to my designer, Yomi Ope today. Thank you very much. No, you always go Louisa, and you know. So today it has to be your
Please.
knee.
It works.
Your knee.
It works. Looking good.
Thank you. All right, I'm Mike Mesakeno, and this is the news update. Sports news, by the way. Plateau United coach Kennedy Boboye says he's thrilled to see his side win their first ever Nigerian Professional Football League title. The Just side beat Rangers 2-0 in the final match at the Rang Palm Stadium on Saturday and were presented with a large trophy and a prize money of 50 million naira. The team, along with the MFM FC, will now represent Nigeria in the CAF Champions League next season, while Eyimba, who finished third, go into the Confederations Cup. The title triumph makes them only the 19th champions of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Now, quite a remarkable turn of events for a side that got promoted back to the top flight in 2015 after being relegated in 2012. So a quick look then at the other results from the final round of matches. Eyimba peeped Katsina United 1-0, Shooting Stars of Ibadan and ABS FC lost to Niger Tornadoes and Nasarawa United respectively. Akwa United missed out on a top 3 finish despite thrashing Kano Pillars 3-0. MFM FC lost to El Kanemi Warriors in Maiduguri. So this is what the table looks like at the end of an enthralling season. Champions Plateau United finished top of a 20-team table with 66 points from 38 matches, 4 more points than MFM FC in second, while Eyimba were third with 61 points. All three will represent the country on the continent next season. Akwa United finished fourth with Nasarawa United in fifth. El Kanemi Warriors, Lobi Stars, Kano Pillars, Ifeanyuba and Sunshine Stars complete the top 10. At the other half of the table, we have Niger Tornadoes in 11th, Abia Warriors in 12th, Enugu Rangers are 13th, Wiki Tourist finished 14th. Rivers United are 15th, while Katsina came in 16th place. Shooting Stars of Ibadan and ABS FC joined Gombe United and Remo Stars to be relegated from the top flight following their defeats at the weekend. And then Saudi side Al Qadisiyah FC have allowed their Ivorian player Heve Guy to leave the club for treatment after doctors advised them against using the midfielder due to medical issues with his heart. 33-year-old Guy joined Al Qadisiyah earlier this year after 4 years with Moroccan side Ittihad Tanga. Earlier this year, Ivory Coast star Cheick Tiote collapsed and died suddenly from a suspected heart problem during training with his Chinese club. He was a member of Ivory Coast's Under-20 World Cup squad in 2003 and began his club career with Bastia in France, followed by a move to Ivorian side Stella Club de Jamé. Al Qadisiyah say they will reinforce their squad but insist they will continue to support Heve Guy in the meantime. And then to some interesting news, the first casualty of the English Premier League managerial sacking race, manager Frank de Boer has been sacked by Crystal Palace after 5 games and just 77 days in charge. Former England boss Roy Hodgson will replace him. The Eagles are 19th in the Premier League after losing 1-0 at Burnley on Sunday, and they failed to score in their 4 league matches under De Boer. Former Ajax boss De Boer only took over this summer, succeeding Sam Allardyce, who left after helping Palace avoid relegation last season. Yomi, I'll need your... Now, De Boer has been sacked from Inter Milan and now Crystal Palace. And the same issues. He stays few matches in charge and they find out that, look, you are not the right guy. You have to leave. Just after 5 matches, he had to go.
I think he should perhaps just maybe move to China. They've got the money and, you know,
they'll give you the time to,
try to promote their
exactly.
football. So, yeah, you should probably just...
All right, cool. All right, and then on to cycling. Chris Froome won the Vuelta a España for the first time in his career after safely reaching the finishing line in Madrid on Sunday as he beat 4-time Grand Tour winner Vincenzo Nibali by 2 minutes and 15 seconds. The team's Sky rider becomes the first Briton to triumph in Spain and just the 3rd man in history to win the Vuelta and the Tour de France in the same year. Froome had previously finished runner-up in La Vuelta 3 times, including last year, but went one better this time. And that's a wrap on sports this morning. It's my superb designer and the gingered TITI just by the side.
Thanks so much, Mike. Thanks so much, Mike. We're going straight to the papers.
Yes, so. And when it comes to the headlines, we often start with the most explosive of headlines. And I have to say, Fresh Arms is an explosive headline. Fresh Arms haul at the Lagos port. Customs intercept 1,100 illegal rifles. Police parade 16-year-old over gun running. A 16-year-old, can you believe that? Campaign for 2019, premature, says Shoyinka. That's on page 39 of the Daily Sun this morning. Corruption allegations, produce evidence against me or shut up, says Atiku. You can find more about that on page 11. And to round off, I almost went on exile. Buhari at parley with monarchs. Read more about that in the Daily Sun.
And then on the cover of the Vanguard, we have the same headline, another 1,100 pump-action rifles seized in Lagos. Custom officer, clerk arrested, port operators, others to face sanction. And then still on the cover of the Vanguard, Buhari flays handling of Paris Club refund by governors. And then Nigeria long overdue for reconfiguration. That's from Professor Wale Soyinka there. And then finally, Wale Tinubu still Owando CEO following successful AGM. All that on the cover of the Vanguard this morning.
On the cover of The Nation, it says, Buhari to governors, no excuse on workers' pay. There are Nigerians who haven't been paid for 6 months, says President. That's it's a striking one there. Shoyinka endorses state police, second term call hasty. That's on page 4 of The Nation. Obasanjo hails Buhari's anti-graft war on page 5. Oando shareholders retain Tinubu as CEO. That's on page 11. Once again, the headline, Customs seize 1,100 rifles at Lagos port. That's on page 6.
And then still on the customs story, the cover of The Guardian, Customs in Lagos seizes 1,100 rifles imported from Turkey. Police arrest 16-year-old in possession of arms, others. Still on the cover of The Guardian, Patriots, YCE, Afenifere, others condemn attack on IPOB leader. My presidency will fight corruption better, says Atiku. Take that with a pinch of salt. And then Soyinka calls for reconfiguration of Nigeria, scores Buhari low. All that on the cover of The Guardian this morning.
Moving to The Punch, we have debate on second term for Buhari. Disgusting, says Soyinka. That's on page 9. Present structure doesn't express the true will of Nigerians, it says. I'll fight corruption better than Buhari, says Atiku. You can read up more on that on page 16. Officer, others arrested as customs uncover 1,100 guns in Lagos. Let's round off on the papers this morning. Search for food led to my re-arrest. DK, the suspected ritual killer, says on page 4. And that's it on the headlines for the newspapers this morning. And the headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
So it's time for to warm up our bodies, and Mike is standing by with the lovely Ruby Agu.
Okay, so good morning. If you just tune in, you are just in time for aerobics, and Ruby is here with me. How are you doing today, Ruby?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, so what's on the menu today?
Okay, so today I'm going to be demonstrating some ab workouts, but standing abs.
See, that's why I'm holding this. Okay, why do we need this?
Okay, for resistance.
For resistance.
To make the workout sort of harder.
I'm looking forward to being a personal trainer, so I will take some notes today. You should also, right? Yeah. Okay, Ruby, take it away.
All right, thank you. Hey guys, okay, so today we are going to do standing abs. And a lot of us believe that we must be on the floor to work our abs, but no, you can actually do standing abs too. So here we go. I've got 4 moves today. The first one is it's called side bend. So you need your feet shoulder width apart and your arms beside you, and then you go 1, 2, 1, 2, you do that for 10. And then the second one, you can actually use your 2 dumbbells. Sorry, I've actually got my dumbbells here. I've got 2 kg dumbbells. You can go higher, but if you don't have dumbbells, you can fill your 75 cl bottle of water with sand or the bigger ones with water, and it would work just fine. So I've got my dumbbells here now. For the second move, we can actually do this with the 2, or you can use 1. I'm going to use the 2. It's actually called the abdominal stabilizer. You need your arms outstretched, shoulder level, and then you go this way. Like that. You can do that for 10. Now the third move is called the dumbbell chops, reverse dumbbell chops. It goes like this, you squat, you take a squat stance, and then you start from bottom to top, as if you're chopping something but in reverse motion. So you do this for 10 too, and you've got those three moves actually. You do them 10-10 each. I can assure you, you finish this workout within 5 minutes if you're in a hurry. So let's do them, all 3 of them, 10-10. The first one, the side bend, shoulder width apart, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See? Even though you're focusing on your abs, you're actually working other parts of your body because you have your dumbbell with you. Now the second one, the stabilizer. Shoulder level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the dumbbell chops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you do the other side. Max reps 10, and then max sets is actually between 3 to 5 sets. You can do this 2 to 3 times a week, and you get a good workout.
Okay, now that's something,
Yeah.
You're almost out of breath, I can feel and all of that. So,
I told you.
Yeah,
this
exactly,
this
for
will help,
resistance,
yes.
right? It does help, thank you very much. How much does this weigh?
2 kg each.
2 kg each, right? Is there a required or maybe maximum minimum weight or something like that?
Okay, maximum, you can actually go 4 kg depending on your resistance level, on your strength.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, and then now let's join Mary and Chef Tolu in the kitchen. What do you have for us this morning?
Well, good morning and welcome to the kitchen today. I'll leave the chef to tell us exactly what we're having today.
Because you can't remember the name again, I can't pronounce it.
It's
good luck.
What did you call it again?
It's profiterole. It's a French pastry.
Okay.
So some people call it cream puff. Some people call it cream puff profiterole. So but the dough we're about to make, we can use it to make eclairs, cream puff, and all these dough, pastry doughs basically.
Okay.
For French pastry doughs basically, it's a staple. Oh. So the ingredients we're needing is margarine, butter, milk or water. People, the traditional method is to use water, but we were using milk. So the first step is to melt the butter and the milk, bring it to boil together. That is what we are doing here.
Bringing the butter and the milk.
Yes.
To boil
together. To boil, because we need to dissolve.
How long will that take?
Until when the butter dissolves.
Let's go over the ingredients. We have eggs, right?
Yes, we have eggs, flour, sugar, salt. Now that's for the pastry cream, which we'll do later. But that's for the filling.
What is it though?
That's flour, eggs, sugar.
For the filling.
Yes, so easy. And we're pouring in milk as well.
She always says so easy.
Because it is so easy.
Yeah, right. So we're going to do this for how long?
So once this melts, we're going to start adding all our other ingredients, except from this one. This is the last thing.
Okay.
So this is about to melt. I'm going to take this off heat a bit. Could you help me take this away?
Okay, sure.
Because it's like, I don't want the milk to over boil while... If you're using water, you will need to take it off the heat. Okay. It's because it's milk. I don't want it to come up or melt or boil, whatever.
Okay.
So we're just going to go over it. So next thing I'm going to add, while this is heating, I'm going to add like just a little bit of salt, just to balance out the flavor.
This is butter?
Yes.
Okay. So I can replace it with margarine. I just need to know.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just adding salt and sugar.
The smell is already coming up. So quick.
You like food?
Oh my.
Just a bit of salt and sugar just to, you know, get the flavor, the taste there, you know. So I'm almost done with the mixing. Then I add in my flour. Can you add in the flour?
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Let me just help you with that.
Okay. Now,
So
how
now
much flour is this?
This is about a cup.
A cup
Yeah.
of flour.
It's about a cup.
And this is supposed to serve how many?
We're making like, it's going to make about 2 dozen profiteroles.
24.
Yes, 24 balls.
Okay.
So if you look at this, look, see?
This seems hard to believe that this can make 24.
Because they're small bits.
Oh.
Because they're small bits.
Figures then.
So we're going to keep, can you help me get something harder for
Okay.
this there?
Okay, sure.
So we're going to keep mixing this until it's well combined. And how you know it is ready is when you create a film underneath the pot. When you see like all this white stuff, if you look at it, it's already, but that's because my pot is, the burner is very hot.
Okay.
I'll take this off for a bit.
Which of this is harder for you? Okay.
It's like we're doing eba.
Don't worry, it's my kitchen. I have everything you need. Just ask.
Not quite.
You don't have to rub it in. So she's making potiphary, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
profiterole, darling.
Profiterole.
Yes. So
Okay. And so far so good. We have eggs, we have flour, we have butter, we have milk, and we have salt and sugar.
Yes.
And she actually mixed the butter and the milk initially.
together.
Yeah, so that's what. And then we're also having chocolate bar.
No, we melted chocolate. We're melting chocolate as a garnish.
Okay.
On top of it.
Oh,
yeah.
That will be at the very end. Then.
That will be at the very end.
Okay.
So we're almost done with this. Can I have that pot back, please?
Okay. Now what you're looking at is the
pastry dough.
The pastry dough.
So put this in a cold pot. We'll take this away.
Why is it important to put it in a cold
Because
pot?
we're about to mix in the eggs.
Okay.
And
So
we
if you
have
put it
4
in a
eggs. In a hot pot. We're going to cook the
eggs. Will fry more like.
Yes,
Okay.
we're going to cook it. So now this needs to cool down a bit.
How long will that take?
Maybe about a minute. Just something that it won't burn the eggs.
Okay.
Just make it cool down a bit by stirring it.
Okay.
But because we are, you know, timed,
Okay.
I'm just going to stir it for a bit, and I'll be really fast while mixing the eggs in. So
But it wouldn't affect anything.
no, so it doesn't cook. The only reason why we need it to cool down is so to avoid the eggs from cooking.
Okay.
Now, at this point, we're going to put the eggs one by one. Don't pour everything one by one.
There are 4 yolks there.
Yes.
So 1.
So we have to be fast about it so it doesn't cook.
Sure. Let's
Like-
see you do this.
So it's going to look like it's not coming together, but
Yeah.
don't worry, it will come together.
It looks like tiny balls of puff that didn't quite fry properly.
It's going to come together.
Okay.
So once it starts coming together is when you know that you add next round.
The next round. What you're looking at is a mixture of butter, milk, eggs now.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's also
Sugar,
flour in it with sugar and salt.
salt.
Yeah.
So please, could you add another round?
Okay. So you said no, just an egg.
Yeah.
Aha, got it.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. So when it's coming together again, we'll add the next
Yes.
egg.
So once this becomes a formed dough,
Yeah.
I'll put in my piping bag and I'll
Okay.
pipe round small bits on our tray.
Is there a particular reason I have to put, you know, what if when I was breaking the egg, the yolk somehow...
No, it's
broke
fine.
apart? It
As long
doesn't
as you
matter.
just pour in bits at a time and we're not
Okay.
trying to overpower it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying something about this?
Yeah, I said by the time we're done, this forms into a ball or a dough. And can I get a spoon, please? This is
Okay.
like-
A large one or a small one?
something hard.
Something hard.
No, yeah.
Something, okay.
Let me try this one.
Okay.
Because this dough seems to be quite, oh yes, perfect. So we're going to put in the last.
Okay, now it's looking like Eba.
Are you hungry?
I think so. Oh my. I'm just waiting for you to say that's the soup.
Our chef is pretty busy right now. I've told you exactly what's in there: the flour, the milk, the butter, the sugar, the salt, and of course the eggs. When we come back, she would have not only mixed it, she would also have prepared the 24 pieces that we're going to have for breakfast
and you have to put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 300 degrees, which is like 180.
Fantastic. So there's a lot for you to see today. This looks super good. Well, first, let's go on a break. When we return, we discuss entertainment news. Wake Up Nigeria.